Hey, what's up? So, I'm starting this YouTube channel just because I want to get my opinions out there. In case any of you are wondering about some sort of yo-yo or something, I think it's just good to have reviews, especially from someone who's kind of in the intermediate level, not really amazing, but not really like on the lower side. So, today I'm reviewing the CLWY compass. This is a fool's gold compass, so it does have a little bit of eye, but I actually tuned that out, so it feels really nice. So the compass, let's get into the specs first. So the specs, it is 56.43 millimeters in has diameter. The width is 45.4 millimeters. The gap width is 4.4 millimeters. The weight is 65.5 grams. It comes stock with a pixel bearing, and it has these. If you look inside for the response pads, it has these Caribou Lodge snow tires is what it's called. Okay, so on to the actual yo-yo. I really like this thing. I was not expecting to pick one up, but after there's a fool's gold drop, so I decided to. I really, really, really recommend it. It's got a nice shape, so if you're someone who likes organic shapes, this is really good because you can see it has a pretty organic shape. It's comfortable in your hand too, especially if you don't have like kind of smaller hands. It's actually really nice, even though it's a little bit on the bigger side, because it's just kind of got that nice curve in. It's 66.5 grams, which is like a little bit above. It's a little weighty, but it feels like it's got some power to it, and it really does on the throw. I know I can't like show you that, like transmit the power that it has on the throw over a video, but you can believe me there. It came stock with a pixel bearing, but I have a Track in it right now. I really like the pixel bearing. It's really nice, but for whatever reason, I think I got like string in it or something. It's really dirty, so be careful with pixel bearings because the one I got at least came unshielded. So be very careful about that because it can get dirty really quickly if you're not careful. On top of that, it's a little big. It's got this hub here, which is really good for finger. It's okay for finger spins. It's not going to be like the Horizon or the finger spin or the Skyva, but like if you know how to do finger spins, you could probably get it really nice. It feels really nice too, because it actually does lock into this little edge part here, so it feels really nice. On top of that, this thing runs. It's really floaty on the string, and you can do a lot of cool things. Like I prefer to do slack with this because I just feel like it like moves through slack so well. Because it's a bit bigger too. It's really easy to catch on like the string onto it. So when I was learning ninja vanishes, which I'm still kind of in the middle of, I used this because it felt like it had a nice shape and it was just big enough to where I could get ninja vanishes on it. The finish is actually super matte. It's amazing for grinds. It's not gonna be like the Hydra, which is like the best, but it's really nice for grinds, and it just feels nice. Like sometimes you'll get like a glossy yo-yo like the Torque, and like those are fun to play with, but they're not too great for grinds. You kind of feel it, but this just feels like a really nice finish. And it looks beautiful too. I have the Orpheum fade, which is this kind of gray red fade, and when it spins, it's this beautiful crimson color. I'll probably get some video of that up and on this later in the video. But overall, I really recommend this. They are actually unavailable currently on Yo-Yo Expert. They cost, I believe, $90. Don't quote me on that because I got it for $40. But I would definitely recommend this for $90 if you have that kind of money to spend. Obviously, if there's a Fool's Gold drop, definitely pick one up because Fool's Gold, they usually range from $40 to $45. So these are just really, really nice yo-yos, especially for $40. I just like Caribou Lodge is a lot of good stuff overall, so I really do recommend this yo-yo. So yeah, I think that if you are looking for a good yo-yo to pick up, and you like organic shapes, you like floaty yo-yos, you like things that are a little bit heavier, a little bit bigger, you're just looking for something different, because this is it's a really interesting yo-yo. I recommend picking one up. If I had to compare it to something, it feels like a mix between the Shutter and the One Drop Gauntlet, because I didn't talk about the weight distribution. The weight distribution, it's decently even, but I can definitely feel like it's much heavier on the outside, but it does have some nice distribution here. These lines here actually make it really easy to distribute weight, because these go kind of outward like this. Like I don't know how to explain this. Like because of this line, you can make a clear distinction of how much metal is actually there, because like this is obviously much bigger than this is. So yeah, it just has a really nice weight distribution. It's even, but it's still a heavy yo-yo. Like the Shutter has a really even weight distribution. It's like very even. but the Gauntlet's like heavy and it has a lot on the rims and it has a lot of organic shapes. So it's kind of like a Shutter Gauntlet kind of mix. But yeah, I would recommend it. This is the signature Yoyo of Petra Kafka. I don't know how to say that. I'm sorry. Or sorry, Return Top, because Yoyo is copyrighted in Canada. Fun fact. That's why it's CLWY over there. CLYW, not CLWY. CLYW over there, because Yoyo is copyrighted in Canada still. So yeah, let me get some footage of me throwing this around. Alright, so Yoyo, throw around a bit. So as I was saying, it does feel really nice. It's decently heavy. As you can see there, it does have a bit of vibe. But like, I like to call it a love tap. Just give it a little love tap, and boom, no vibe. So if you're really worried about like vibe on a yo-yo, plastics is a little different. But if you're really worried for a vibe on a yo-yo, just do that, and then your vibe's gone. Or just play through it. Or do that. Okay. Think about dinging. Right quick. Side note, dinging your yo-yos. At some point, you need to stop caring about dinging your yo-yos, because how smooth a yo-yo is does not contribute to how good it plays. Alright, that little bit of vibe is not going to matter. Like, watch. Look, it got smoother because I dinged it. Dings don't really matter. Okay? So, stop worrying about dinging your yo-yos. Of course, yeah, it's not too great when, like, you're playing with, like, an expensive, like, $100, $200 yo-yo. Like, I dinged my Superstar, like, my 2016 Superstar. I got really upset. But you have to get over it because it doesn't affect how the actual play is going to be. So, once again, I really like slack tricks because it's really floaty and just, it moves through them well. It makes them look better. It actually handles gyro flops not too bad. Oh, that was a bad gyro flop. Hold up. We just do a basic kamikaze one. It actually doesn't handle gyro flops too bad. Does them okay. It's a little big for him. Gyro flops are better the smaller the yo-yo because it can turn better. But it does have this beautiful crimson color when it's spinning, and you know it's a really nice deep color. Like it looks bad because my lighting's bad, but I'm actually decently. I'm red-green colorblind to a certain extent. Not too fun, but the fact that I can see that crimson color means that it's really, really deep and it's really, really exaggerated. That's at least how I see it. So it's gonna look even better for you guys. One of the things I was talking about before was the grind finish. Hold up. I am off my game today. Okay. Grind finish that it has, it's really nice. So if you like grinds, this is a nice yo-yo to buy. Once again, let me just show you that with a better grind right there. It's really nice for grinding. It's got that really nice matte finish. The finger spin hubs locks in nice and tight. Go for an easy bind. Doesn't last too long. You might, if you have fingernails, you're gonna be able to do it easier. If maybe I had like a glove or something, because my nails are pretty short. But yeah, it's nice finger spins. It also it's a little heavy, but like kind of like the replay, which I know that more people have because it's much cheaper and it's much more advertised because the Yo-Yo Factory is a much bigger company. It takes a while to get it moving fast, but once you get it to move fast, I gotta work on that. That's a work in progress combo right there. Once you get it to move fast, it does move really fast through things. So, yeah, it's a nice yo-yo. I'd recommend it. $90 is expensive, so if you don't have that kind of money, you're a bit out of luck with this yo-yo. But otherwise, go ahead and pick one up. I don't know. If you like organic yo-yos, if you like big yo-yos, go ahead and pick one up. This is a 5A yo-yo, so I'm not great at 5A, but I will get some footage of 5A in here. I actually have not used this for 5A before, so we'll see how that goes. Alright, I've got it all strung up for 5A. Got this nice Yo-Yo Tricks Ultra Weight. Best count. Okay, it's like the best counterweight, I'm just saying. Buy one now. Alright, cool. So I am trash at 5A, but I will see what I can do. Okay, so it actually has a really, really nice weight to it, to the point where, like, you know how like for 5A, a lot of times you'll feel kind of scared to let go of the counterweight, but this like has a kind of momentum where it's like you feel like the counterweight's going to come back to you. Again, that thing about how like once the speed takes a while, but once you get it up there, it's really nice for speed. Same thing with 5A. I can do repeater tricks decently well. I'm not afraid to let go of the counterweight. So like some yo-yos will kind of feel that. Like if you play with the torque, for example, I like the torque. Don't get me wrong, I like the torque. But when you play with the torque, you throw it and it's really light, and you're kind of afraid to let go of the counterweight because you don't think it'll have enough momentum. But with this, it feels just right. You know, I'm not afraid to let go of it. I'm not afraid to let go of the yo-yo entirely. Just kind of drop it. The thing about 5A though, you gotta know that you're gonna drop your yo-yo. So if you don't like dropping yo-yos, it's my dog. If you don't like dropping yo-yos, I wouldn't recommend 5A. But yeah, it feels nice on the string. It has a nice weight distribution. So yeah, good job. Again, I'm trash at 5A, but that's just my opinion on it. All right, so CLYW Compass. It's a great yo-yo. Go buy one.